When it comes to ARK, defending your base is key to survival. So we proudly present Top 10 Tips to Defending Your Base on ARK. This video is sponsored by Azura. Azura is a 25x server with 2-man tribes. Azura has 7 maps, and they rotate every season. Azura has insta-tame, fast breeding rates, boosted rates for solo and duo tribes, and custom supply drops. Azura has an in-game shop but does not allow any pay to win. Azura offers new player protection, turret filler, and a ton of other great plugins. Servers launch October 28th at 6 p.m. Central Eastern Time. Coming at number 10, we have preparing to be raided. This might sound useless, but preparing to be raided can save your base. Let's say someone is raiding you and they break through a key point in your base and you have nothing to fix it with. You'll get raided in no time. This means you will have to prepare by crafting lots of structures and weapons to just be ready for a defense. This also means that you should get dinos ready to fight. Make sure to have soakers ready to take down a fob and a powerful dino like a Rex or a Giga ready to go. Having these ready to go will result in a successful raid defense. Now the biggest factor that you will need to have ready is turret ammo. If you have 200 turret ammo in your turrets, you are not farming hard enough. You will need at least 1000 turret ammo in each turret before you should be happy with your base. 200 ammo will get soaked in no time, resulting in you being raided. So simple to say, just prepare. Coming at number 9, we have spam. Spam can arguably be one of the best things for a base to have for defense. Let's say you live in a rat hole or cave with one entrance. If you do not spam, an enemy can quite literally build on your entrance and block you inside, trapping you. There's many different spamming methods. One being OCD spam, which is connected spam with gaps. Another is surface spam, which covers an entire area, which is very annoying for the enemy to destroy. Other good ones are spike spams and dino gate spams. Bear traps make for a great thing to place in those spams to annoy players. Make sure to place pillars or fence foundations on your spam to stop them from decaying. Coming at number 8, we have secret loot stashes. Loot stashing can help you build back up when you get raided. Loot stashing basically means that you are hiding small amounts of loot to help you get started back up if you get raided. Now this can be done by just keeping items in your obelisk, or it could mean that you hide items in a box somewhere in the woods. A very known tactic for loot stashing would be taming a Purlovia, as you can hide them underground and they will stay there until you come back to get them. Loot stashing has really saved me on many servers, as I would constantly get raided over and over again. Having that metal or structures hidden away somewhere was a great help to get me back on my feet again. And coming at number 7, we have pipe spamming. Pipe spamming has been known for many years and has been used for many different things. Pipe spamming can be a great mechanism for base defense, but it can also be used as a lag machine. Since ARK has it maxed to be 300 pipes in one area, this can crash your base or cause you to drop frames when looking at this. I do not recommend pipe spamming if you are on console or if your computer cannot handle it. Pipe spamming is only good for players who can handle the frame rate dropping a lot. Pipe spamming means you will block off an entire entrance to a rat hole or cave in order for enemies to not see through. Rockets and grenades can still be thrown through the spam, however this tricks the enemy to knowing where to properly shoot the rocket or throw the grenade. Now this is banned on a lot of servers, so I'd check with your server owner before you spam pipes everywhere, but overall it's great for base defense. Coming at number 6, we have vault dropping. Vault dropping is one of the most overpowered base defense mechanisms on ARK. Over the years when ARK first came out, vaults used to be massive. These vaults were literally the size of a 2x2 base, but in 2017 this got nerfed, and they went down to the size that they are now due to the vault dropping being crazy back then. Each vault takes 15 C4 to destroy, which is quite a lot when raiding. If you vault drop an entire turret wall, that can be up to 1000 C4 to clear the area to get in. Vault dropping also stops players from using cannons to destroy your walls. It just pushes them back some time. To vault drop, just simply follow this clip here. You place one layer down and then put ceilings down above them and destroy the ceilings, and they will drop onto the first layer of vaults. Coming at number 5, we have turret variety. Placing your turrets wrong can get you raided very fast without someone even having to soak. The best way to place down turrets is by putting them on a giant metal hatch frame. This allows for coverage of up to 2 foundations under the area where you place them on. The hatch frames don't really have any weak spots other than directly under one corner of it, but even then you will always have a turret shooting the enemy. Another great thing to do for your base defense is always have ground turrets to stop players from running up on the wall. Now it's not just about where to place turrets on, but it's also about how many of each turret goes where. Now there are 2 main setups that I use, being a 2-to-1 ratio, so 2 tech turrets to 1 heavy turret, which looks something like this. The other one is a 1-to-2 ratio, which would be 1 tech turret to 2 heavies on a hatch frame. These 2 setups will ensure that you have proper protection on your base. Now I highly recommend placing more tech turrets, as they offer splash damage when they shoot an enemy, meaning that you can kill a dino and the person riding the dino at the same time. Tech turrets also not only are cheaper, but they are easier to fill. It takes 1 element to equal 1000 ammo for a tech turret, meaning you can slot cap your tech turrets very fast. Heavies are still a great turret to have on your base, but techs are just better for defense. Coming at number 4, we have layering your base. Layering your base is very important on ARK. Building simple will just get you wiped in under 24 hours. So let's say you build a base with just 1 door and your base behind it. This will not last at all. A very common thing to do is build a honeycomb entrance on your entrance of the base. It is a very simple tactic that will eventually save you. This means that you will simply make a 1x1 with 2 doors and walls on the side, to make sure that when one door opens, the other one won't open until you are inside the honeycomb, making it hard for someone to just run into your base. Layering means a lot more than just honeycomb entrances. You can also do this the same with walls as well, but this isn't as common as it takes up a lot of room. It's just an extra layer around your base that helps with players not getting into your base as easily. Now the most common one would be fence foundation layering. This is placed on your foundations before you even start building your walls. Placing this can allow for 1 more layer of walls to go in front of your normal layer, making it 2 times harder to get through the wall. Another great way to layer would be placing an extra layer of foundations around your base to make it harder for a raider to C4 your main foundations, which stalls them a little bit when you're getting into the base. If you put all these together, it can be one difficult base to raid. Coming at number 3, we have weapons and weapon blueprints. Weapons and getting weapon blueprints play a vital role in base defense. Having a strong base and nothing to defend it with is a big no-no in ARK. You could have the biggest and best base on your server, but if you don't have anything to defend it with, you'll be raided in no time. Now sadly, ARK is known for a lot of offline raiding, but in the sheer chance that you are online when you start to get raided, you will want a powerful weapon to kill players and dinos when they're pushing your base. Weapons like a Fabby Sniper and a compound bow are very powerful for defense. Now crafting primitive ones can help, but they certainly will not stop dinos from raiding you. You will need to find good blueprints for these weapons. Blueprints can be found in cave drops, underwater drops, or just regular drops. There's also a lot of alternative ways of getting blueprints, like killing in-world bosses like the Ice Queen on Ragnarok. I have an entire video dedicated to just getting blueprints, so feel free to check that out if you want to learn more about how to farm blueprints. Anyways, once you get these blueprints, most of them will be expensive to craft, but they are worth the cost. A good compound bow blueprint with 200 plus damage can kill dinos very quickly. So if you're planning to build up, make sure to get good blueprints as well, or you will not survive on ARK. Coming at number 2, we have tech. Tech is a huge game changer for any tribe on ARK. When you're building up on ARK, you will start off with a pretty simple base, just some heavies and a metal base, but your base is weak, which is why you'll need to upgrade to tech structures and tech turrets. Back in the old days before tech, bases were simple, just some automated turrets and a metal box. This meant that you could get built up to alpha pretty quickly. Then boom, tech came out. Tech not only changed the game forever, but made bases 10 times stronger. To unlock blueprints, you simply have to fight bosses which can be found at terminals or obelisks. Some of these bosses can be hard, but most of them are pretty easy in my opinion. After killing the boss, you will unlock the tech engrams. You'll start with a replicator, which can not only craft items a lot quicker, but can craft everything tech-wise in it. Tech weapons like the tech rifle and tech rex saddle play a huge role in base defense and even raiding. Not to mention you get items like cryopods and literal cloning chambers for dinos. The biggest thing that tech brought for base defense wise was the tech turret, which is a pretty overpowered turret that is easy to make and easy to fill. Overall, tech changed ARK forever, and ARK has never been the same since it was a thing. And coming at number 1, we have rat hole and cave building. This is by far the most important aspect that you will need for survival on just about any server. Over the years, players used to be able to build out in the open more, but since this there have been a lot of new updates to the game which have corrupted this feature. Now we have to reside to caves and rat holes. Every map has caves and rat holes, and there are plenty of them to build in. One issue is that you can get dev wiped for building in some rat holes on official, so I'd be careful with that. Caves also make for great locations, and there are over 100 caves throughout all of the ARK maps combined. These caves can range from being small and perfect for a solo player, or they can range to being massive with room for up to 500 dinos in a huge tribe. Caves and rat holes are realistically the only way that you will be able to survive on ARK in these days. Anyways, that's it for today's video. We hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to check out Azura, and thanks for watching.